What's going on around? Ollelito back here with a brand new video on the channel. Today guys, I will be giving you guys a tutorial how you attack in the 4-3-2-1 formation. I know you guys love these type of videos, so before we jump into today's video, make sure to like it, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on notifications as well so you don't miss the tutorials upcoming for FC25 as well. But as I said, let's just jump into today's video. So, in the 4-3-2-1, you basically want to use your attacking fullback as the guy that you want to use mostly in attack to get that width, first of all. And if you haven't copied my tactics, the 100 depth tactics up here, copy them, because then you will be able to attack like this. So, we start off by having the ball with Theo Hernandez. We play foot with Mark. I think a lot of you guys know him. Insane pro player from Oceania. Finished second in the World Cup last year, actually. And a very, very nice guy and a great player in this year's game. So we start off by showing how we use Theo, trying to use that kind of width, but I play my right back on balanced. And if we look at the minimap, and if we can highlight the minimap, you see that the right side is very, very open. That's mainly because I have my right back on balanced, which in this case is going to be Jude Bellingham. So I already know that in the back of my head because I've played these tactics a lot. So I know, okay, I can change this and have a lot of space on the right side because that's open. So we play it to Jude Bellingham. I call Mbappe short to get a 2v1 situation here, and this is something that you need to do when you switch the ball to your offensive fullback, preferably on the right side because then you see it a bit more easy. I think in this case I send Mbappe to come short by pressing R1 on my controller. Then I'm calling Mbappe short, automatically creating a 2v1 on the wing, so making him decide, okay, am I going to go at you or am I going to follow the player basically. So I send Bellingham on a run, creating a 2v1 situation. When I realize that he is coming closer, I also know that Bellingham, once he runs offside, he will suddenly pull back, so he will actually get back into the space because it wouldn't make sense for him to keep on running and just be in an offside position. So the thing that AI does, it backs off. He is trying to go at me with his Havertz, he misses the tackle, and here I have a 2v1 situation with Bellingham and Haaland. So either I pass it or I go by my own. So here you should always be in control. If you feel like you have a ball roll R1 pass into Haaland, give it every goddamn time. So if he comes close, then you pass it. If he just backs off, then you take space. I recognize in this kind of space that if I do a ball roll pass here to Haaland, I have a lot of space to actually take. So the thing I do, ball roll or one pass, step overs as I showed you guys in the previous video, and scores against Mark once again. And this is why the step overs are so goddamn good. As I said, once again, I showed you them in the last video. If you haven't checked that out, please do so. Scores to make it 2-1 and a very, very good finish from Timo der Erling Haaland. So Mark, first of all here, as I said, very, very good in attacking especially. Tried to use that Zerloth to his advantage. Unfortunately, didn't score there because the red time is finished. But I want to play this whole attack. And we're going to pause it a bit to try to go a bit back and forth and explain what I'm doing. So the thing is, I'm sending Bellingham here on the run. And here I don't really have a lot of options. And I see that he's second man pressing with Havertz. So I'm just going to give this to Mbappe. And once again, when I see that Havertz is in space, I just give it to him. And here again, I could have passed R9, but I also see that Van Dijk is basically trying to cover the extra pass to R9 there. So that's why I'm just going by my own. So this is once again what we said. Okay, when you're here, you want to call your right forward short here to create the 2v1 situation. And the thing is, I didn't really do that in this situation. So the thing I need to do, I either need to go to back to the center back and then try to switch the wing again. To always try to find your full back in attack is the most easy way to try to use that with it. With that player. So as you see here, I see that he's second man pressing with Havertz and I recognize that. So I'm going to turn upside once again and to create space for myself. So Mark is pressing really, really well here. But as I said, I realized that he's doing second man press with Havertz. Now I turn away from him in perfect timing. I also sent Kai Havertz here at the same time. As you see, he's having his hand above his head, which means that he is making a run in behind, which means that we basically have a good opportunity because Vitinha's AI here, the number 6 with a green shirt, won't follow Havertz here, as you see. He lost him. So the thing once again, I see, okay, he's switching to Havertz. I could have done a ball roll into R1 pass here, but I also see that if I do a triangle pass going into the depth there, or like to the space where Havertz is running, I will have a 2v1 situation because I will have R9 in there as well. So I realized, okay, if I just do a triangle pass, which I do here at the top right, as you see with the controller, I have a lot of time. And once again, I could have done a ball roll pass here to R9 to even have a better angle. But as I said, Mark commits more to R9, which means that I need to take the shot with Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, finesse shot playstyle. Didn't really use it here, just a very, very good finish at the far post, green timed, and a perfect way to attack in EFC24. I actually wanted to highlight a goal from Mark because this is, I mean, kind of the play you want to use in the 4-3-2-1, and it's always coming from the wing and then trying to convert it into the inside of the pitch. So Mark here has the ball with Musiala, and he is really good with using the effective skill moves around the box to gain some extra space for him, then try to find a shooting opportunity to score. So he has the ball with Musiala on the wing. He realizes he doesn't really have any options into the middle of the pitch. The thing I should have done here is to let Rudiger be and actually go with Mbappé to cover the pass to Vitinha. I think it's outside of the box. So Mark finds Vitinha with the R1 pass. I think I might have maybe should have blocked that pass. It doesn't matter. But here Mark is doing this really well. He knows that I'm playing 7-1 or 100 depth here. So my team is just pushing up, as I explained to you guys in the previous videos where I showed you guys the tactics with 100 depth and what it does. So he knows, okay, my whole team is pushing up, so he needs to have patience. So if I'm scamming De Bruyne, but then once again he realizes, okay, my strikers are actually onside now. I can actually try to find them in space, I try to take a touch forward or turn towards goal and then have a good opportunity of scoring. So Mark finds a pass back to Vitinha. He sees that the space actually opened up towards his R9. He plays this first time, takes the touch in the exact right way here. And here I need to be on Rudiger to try to actually, you know, tackle R9. I'm a bit late with the switching, as you see here. Step over, so goddamn good this game. Using it to his advantage, getting that speed boost, and then the green timed finish into the far post. So once again, we can play that back, going from the wing into the CM, then trying to have patience and finding your attackers, which he does. Vitinha, R9, and this is going so fast as well, so very hard to defend. And overall, a great 4-3-2-1 goal by Mark. I'm going to highlight another sequence, and it's also going to be me pressing pretty well here. I think I should do a tutorial about that, how to press better in EFC 24 as well. But in general, we press here very good against Mark with Musiala. Musiala gets the ball here, and I realize, okay, I can maybe find a pass with Haaland. Haaland is onside here, very hard pass to make with Musiala's left. So the thing I'm going to do cancel my Giddy spin with Musiala's 5-star skill moves, making the space open up. And here with Haaland, I'm going to do a tutorial about this because this pass is one of the best and most broken things in this year's game. So the thing, I find Haaland, and here I also realize most of the times when you go from the wing here and you use the directional nutmeg pass, it's very accurate, very accurate, and most often goes to one of your player's feet. So the thing I know that Mbappé will actually get into space because he's playing as a right forward, right? So Haaland doing the directional nutmeg pass, and this pass shouldn't be going into the Mbappé, but EAFC 24, this game is a lot about the AI, and yeah, just passes that doesn't make sense. So once again, Mbappé comes into the space, gets a very good touch, taking the touch upwards here because I know that the space will open up upwards. Unfortunately, I don't green time to finish, but overall, once again, coming from the wing, trying to convert it into the inside. That's basically how you want to attack in 4-3-2-1 in this year's game. Another way to score in EFC 24 is basically, if you have a pretty tall player, you can also try to use this kind of a chip pass into the player that's most often going to win the headers, the likes of Haaland, Giroud, Weghorst, you name it. Very tall players that can win these types of headers against center backs. Basically, I find Graham here. I also realize that I don't really have a lot of options here because, I mean, he's covering this pass pretty well to R9, and this is basically what you want to do. You want to find quick combinations between the centimeters and then actually try to put it into your striker. The thing is here, Kedudailo's defense is so compact, and Kedudailo, by the way, fantastic pro player from France. A lot of respect for him, very good player and a very nice guy. Havertz, and yeah, basically I can't really find this pass into R9. So I realized, okay, this is why we play with offensive fullback, because he's going to make runs in behind. Of course, his stamina is going to be drained by the game because he is going to go back and forth all the time, but this is why we use him. We find a play lock to from Kai Havertz into Jude Bellingham, taking a perfect touch, green time finish for his post, and scores to make it 4-2. And that's mainly, once again, because we play that right back on balance. In this case, it's Jude Bellingham, who is a really good offensive midfielder as I'm playing as a right back, which causes me to score here, basically. So very important to use your fullback, especially the overlapping fullback, to your advantage when you're attacking. Once again, here we have the ball on the wing with Jude Bellingham, and we already spoke about that. If you play the right back on balance, for example, on an overlap, this is the kind of pattern you want to use, and always try to use these 2-1 situations. So Bellingham, for example, here, I want to find a pass in between my opponent's center back and right back, or left back, I mean, in his case. So I'm finding Bellingham, first of all, with, you know, doing a bit of dribbling with Bellingham. Then I'm finding Kylian Mbappé in between my opponent's defense, and this is because we want to break the lines. So when I play this kind of pass here, I also send Graham Hansen on a run, which I know in the back of my head. So Hansen will keep on running. Here in this kind of space, if you take the touch forward and you have a lot of time, please hold in R1 and just try to take that space that you basically get forward. Always take it forward so you can actually attack the space and actually make a question mark to your opponent. What is this player going to do? That's what's going to pop up in your opponent's head. So I'm finding killing them up here. I know that Graham Hansen will run in a straight line, fighting Haaland. Then on a first touch, I'm actually playing this through ball to Graham Hansen. Maybe it is offside, I'm not sure. I don't care. Do a very, very good team to ball roll, I think it is. And scores to make it 1-1. But that's once again basically because we're using the width, but also we're using the attacking midfielder on the same side. So realize, I already sent Graham Hansen here. And we're going to play this once again, finding the pass in between here, taking space. I see that Graham Hansen is going to run. I already knew that I sent her very, very early in build up. Scores to make it 1-1 in a very, very tight game against a very, very good opponent. And the last clip from this 4-3-2-1, how you attack basically, is going to be this clip with me pressing very, very good here, high up with Erling Haaland with a 100 depth, and yeah, very, very good pressure play. I find R9 here inside the box, and I should have taken the touch forward here and tried to actually shoot. The thing that I know though is that most often the offensive midfielder in your team will make a run into the box, and in my case this is Graham Hansen. So I realized that Graham Hansen in a very, very good space here. I mean, no one is really, really close to her. So I know if I get it to her and I take a touch forward, I have a great chance of scoring. This will most often happen. And once again, you see a pattern. We go kind of from the wing into the inside of the box, keep on reverting it upside. If we can't find anything upside, we try to go back to the central set midfielder, try to play with the left CM, and then try to play a pass into the striker. If we can't do that, just go back to CM, right CM, and then try to get it into your strikers. It's all about patience, but all about trying to make your opponent's AI work back and forth. So, I mean, the kind of spaces opens up. Once again, very, very good pass here from R9. Great time finish into the back of the net, and a very, very good finish from Graham Hansen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment something nice down below. What kind of tutorials do you want to see on the channel? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Always stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for today, and as always, bye-bye.